Hello dear students, welcome to my channel Bhavani Commerce Academy. So in this class we are discussing CCMA, that is Cost Control and Management Accounting. In that subject, first unit is Introduction to Management and Marginal Costing. So from this marginal costing, you will get 16 marks in the final examination. Marginal costing, it is purely formula based problematic chapter. So we need to learn formulas before doing problems. So let's start formulas. Before formulas, you need to learn marginal cost equation. So what is the equation of marginal cost? Profit is equals to sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost. From the sales, if you deduct the variable cost and fixed cost, you will get profit. Yes, so it is equation form. We can write statement form also. From the sales, we are deducting variable cost as well as fixed cost, we will get profit. So sales minus variable cost, this part is called contribution. From the contribution, if you deduct the fixed cost, you will get profit or loss. If it is negative balance, that may be loss. Okay, so let's see here. 100 minus 60, 40. 10 plus 30 also 40. That means what? Sales minus variable cost contribution, fixed cost plus profit also contribution. If you have loss, fixed cost minus loss, you will get contribution. Okay, so here we have formulas regarding the contribution. Sales minus variable cost. Already we know sales minus variable cost is equals to contribution. Or fixed cost plus profit will get contribution. Fixed cost plus profit contribution. If it is loss, fixed cost minus loss. Okay, these three formulas are depends on marginal cost equation. And one more formula is there. Contribution is equals to sales into PV ratio. Okay. And contribution per unit, if you want to calculate the contribution per unit, we can use this formula. Contribution divided by number of units sold. PV ratio, profit volume ratio. If you learn this formula, we can write alternative formulas. How? See, contribution divided by sales into 100. This is the formula of PV ratio. Already we know contribution. What is contribution? Sales minus variable cost, fixed cost plus profit, fixed cost minus loss. So these three we can apply in the place of contribution. Depends on given details in the problem. Okay, so see, in the place of contribution, we are writing here fixed cost plus profit divided by sales into 100. Only numerator we are changing. In the place of contribution, one more formula is sales minus variable cost divided by sales into 100. And one more formula, fixed cost divided by BEP. PV ratio is equals to fixed cost divided by BEP. What is BEP? Break even point. We will discuss later. So if you have 2 years profit and sales given in the problem, we can apply PV ratio is equals to change in profit divided by change in sales into 100. Third formula is BEP, break even point. What is break even point? No profit, no loss point. If you cross that point, you will get profits. So that point you need to find out. So how to calculate here? BEP in units is equals to fixed cost divided by selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. SPPU means selling price per unit. VCPU, variable cost per unit. If you apply this formula, you will get number of units in break even. Or fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. So how you will get contribution? Sales minus variable cost? Yes. So if you want number of unit, selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. So selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. So this equation is also called contribution per unit. Okay, in the place of selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit, you can apply contribution per unit. Fixed cost is common as numerator. And coming to BEP in rupees. Break even point in rupees, or else we can say break even sales. Break even sales. How to calculate here? Fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Fixed cost divided by PV ratio, or fixed cost divided by sales minus variable cost into sales. So what is this sales minus variable cost? Contribution. So that we can write fixed cost divided by contribution into sales. or else fixed cost divided by fixed cost plus profit into sales. Okay, because contribution formula we are changing according to given details. So we can apply this formula or this formula or this formula or this one. Depends on given details in the problem. Okay. And next one, margin of safety, MOS. So what is this? The difference between the actual sales and break-even sales is called margin of safety sales. So how to calculate here? Margin of safety sales is equals to actual sales minus break-even sales. Actual sales are nothing but total sales. Total sales minus break-even sales, or profit divided by PV ratio. We can use this formula or this formula. Depends on given details in the question. And next, margin of safety ratio. Margin of safety is different. Margin of safety ratio is different, because ratio means percentage. Here we are calculating percentage with using this formula. Margin of safety divided by total sales into 100. If you know this, that answer you need to apply here. So we'll get ratio, margin of safety ratio, MOS divided by total sales into 100. And next, profit. Already we know profit formula, marginal cost equation. Profit is equals to sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost, because sales into PV ratio is nothing but contribution. Sales minus variable cost is nothing but contribution. From the contribution we are deducting fixed cost, so that we'll get profit. We can use this formula or this formula, depends on given details. If you want to calculate the fixed cost, how to calculate? Contribution minus profit. See, 40 minus 30 you'll get 10. That means contribution minus profit, you'll get fixed cost. So fixed cost is equals to contribution minus profit. Okay. If you want to calculate the variable cost, sales minus contribution. See, 100 minus 40 will get 60. That means sales minus contribution is equals to variable cost. So variable cost is equals to sales minus contribution. If you know this format, you can calculate variable cost, you can calculate fixed cost, you can calculate profit, or you can calculate sales. How to calculate sales? Sales is equals to variable cost plus fixed cost plus profit. See, 30 plus 10, 40. 40 plus 60, 100. So you get sales by using this formula. You can calculate profit, or you can calculate contribution, because contribution is equals to sales minus variable cost, or is fixed cost plus profit, or fixed cost minus loss. So we can calculate anything from this information. Okay. So remember, it is very important. Sales required to earn profit is nothing but, if you want to earn some profit, how much sales you required, you need to find out. So నువ్వు అనుకున్న ప్రాఫిట్ ని రీచ్ అవ్వాలి అంటే ఎంత సేల్స్ ఉండాలనేది క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి. సో దానికి ఏం చేయాలి? You need to apply this formula. Fixed cost plus desired profit divided by PV ratio. Any other alternative formulas are there? ఇంకేమైనా ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ ఫార్ములాస్ ఉన్నాయా అంటే ఉన్నాయి. సో మీకు బీఈపీ ఫార్ములాస్ ఉన్నాయి కదా. సో ఆ బీఈపీ ఫార్ములాలో న్యూమరేటర్ పక్కన, ఐ మీన్ ఫిక్స్డ్ కాస్ట్ పక్కన డిజైర్డ్ ప్రాఫిట్ యాడ్ చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది. సో see here, already we have BEP formulas. Yes. So fixed cost plus desired profit divided by PV ratio. Already we have that. So one more formula is fixed cost plus desired profit divided by sales minus variable cost into sales. Fixed cost plus desired profit divided by contribution into sales. Fixed cost plus desired profit divided by fixed cost plus profit into sales. We can apply any formula. Okay. And next, variable cost. Already we discussed sales minus contribution. Okay. These are the formulas you need to learn in the marginal costing. If you know these formulas, problematic part is very easy. Thank you for watching. For more videos, subscribe my channel and share to your friends.